Look at the state of it. Hi, I'm Andrew Armstrong and welcome to the back office teardown lab. It's been hectic. You can see it's a mess here. That's because I've been in production mode in the evenings to do some Odroid Go hats, and that always does create a mess. But more importantly, there's a mess here because I'm doing some arts and crafts, and I'll show you the arts and crafts. Basically, I'm working on a project. And that's because this weekend is Play Expo in Manchester. So if you like video games, and to be honest with you, I know a lot of you do, you want to get up there. And you want to get up there because there's this wonderful prize that I'm giving. And that is, of course, and if you've been on the streams, you'll be no stranger, to the autograph visage of Clement. So that, I think, needs to be presented in a presentation condition, and that's kind of what this idea is. So I thought maybe I might do something like a collage. So just bear with me on this. I've printed out a number of Clement poses as mainly Pat Butcher, to be fair, because I think that's who she's, really most well known for. And the idea, I'll take this one away because it's overpowering the scene. I'm just going to lay them out really on this bit of board, and you can see there's a bit of handwritten note in there, because if you remember when I ordered that signature from, or autograph rather, I guess that's a difference, signature, autograph, it's all the same kind of thing. It came with a lovely note from the eBay vendor, so I thought we'll add that because that lends provenance to it. It's like the history of this thing. And does that work? I mean, it does look a little bit scary, to be honest, because there's all these little bits of face here. So I think what I'll need to do is kind of just arrange them a little bit better. But I do like this one. It's a little cheeky pat here. But here you've got a disembodied one. So you might want to just bring that down there. Cut that across here. Yeah, I think we can make this work, don't you? Now the question is, do we want to hide the background, that cardboardy background, or do we just roll with it and keep laying these out wherever they fit? So yeah, we'll work something out with it. You know what I always say, if you're going to do something, you've got to do it right. So what I'm going to do is take the main elements. So it's the autograph, the certificate of provenance, the back office show business card, which is a bit gruff and grimy. I say grimy, I just made up that word, grimy, because this autograph is grimy, so it's all a little bit grimy. And then I've made this beautiful thing, St. Clement. So you can see it's quite artistic. I like that composition. I like the layout of these main elements. So what I'm going to do is, with my pencil here, is I'm going to very carefully hold down the objects that I wish to locate and act as a datum, and I'm going to mark along those edges so I know where they will exist in the scene. So I'll just take those away, and you can see. And the reason I'm doing it in pencil, just in case I want to rub them out basically later. I'm slowly just moving everything around, keeping those datum points in. And really, you can use this technique for really any sort of Pam Sinclair works. It doesn't have to necessarily be Pat Butcher, but she's most famously known for Pat Butcher. I'll just make a little X here because sometimes it's a little bit hard. You can see it's really quite hard to see where those corners are. Oh, see? I've done a mistake where the Pam St. Clement bit has moved. And I wasn't paying attention to that, so it's that easy that things can go wrong. However, I'm going to have a little trick here. We've got our datum for that point. We've got our datum for that. I think we're going to want that there, and I think we're going to be wanting that there. And I know it looks a little bit ramshackle, of course, but remember, you're not seeing it with all of the other elements in play. It'll be gorgeous. So I know that you're asking yourself, how do I get in on some of this sweet Pam Sinclair action? And well, it's quite easy to enter this little contest. And that's, you come up to Play Manchester tomorrow or Sunday, but I guess if you're not quick, you won't be in with a chance on Sunday. And you come up to me and you give me your best, your darn best Frank Butcher impression, who was Pat's husband, of course, in the EastEnders show. And then the person who gives the most convincing, most passionate, most rousing performance just wins this. But not only do they win this, they win an exclusive back office t-shirt. And when I say exclusive, you bloody well know how exclusive they are. I literally hand make those with silkscreen, and after each silkscreen run I destroy it. I literally destroy the equipment every single time, and that's how silk screening works, by the way. It allows you to destroy the equipment, which of course means that it's very limited. Beyond that, there are no more. That design is a one-off for life. So yeah, go for that. Go and go to the show and really give it your best. And Pat is well known in EastEnders for being married to Frank, who was, he's a troubled man. He, I think he was he was a reasonably good husband, wasn't he? He did try, but obviously under the duress and strains and trains of a typical EastEnders plotline. So if you can basically encapsulate all of that in your best bit of acting, then you're in. You're in like Flynn. You've got a damn good chance. And if not, if you're basically a runner-up because there was somebody there who was better than you, don't feel like you failed in life. By the way, I know it's quite a important prize, but don't feel you failed in life if you don't win it. If you're a runner-up, of course, I can make some more T-shirts, but like a special run. These will be incredibly exclusive and special because those ones, I might just half-tone them. So if you know anything about silk screening, to get something photographic on something that's effectively a black and white technology, right? And to get shading, you have to use these little dots, and they call them half-toning, and that's what they used to use in the old comic books. So I spent quite a lot of time massing, I just made up a word, getting an algorithm together to just do that in the tool chain I've got. And it was pain in the arse, to be honest with you. It was really quite a pain in the arse. And I tend not to make half-tone T-shirts because of literally the work is about 20 times harder. That's why really you don't see that many half-toned T-shirts. Oh, how am I going to do this? I've not thought about this. I've only got sticky carpet tape, by the way. I don't have any Pritt stick, so this makes everything really quite permanent. I think what I'll do is I'll lay something out. You don't have to watch me doing that. I will show you what it looks like afterwards, and then we'll come back to how we're actually going to stick this bloody thing down. Very nice indeed. Now we're cooking. I even found some Pritt stick, but with some gunk on it. But that's fine. Don't need to worry about that. This is arts and crafts time, isn't it? It's supposed to look handcrafted. That's the word. Handcrafted. This is a little cheeky picture there. I've taken out the scowling, Pat. I'm not sure if I want to include that. I'm not sure that's Pam St Clair's best thing. But look at this. This is a lovely picture, isn't it? It's a lovely picture. And I thought this one we could maybe have here, because you see it's underneath the main body of that one, but it just has a little cheeky, because that's just, it's nice. Just like that. Just like that. Pat. Pat. What have you done to me, Pat? Pat. Pat. I'm going to sort of just maybe half cover up that fag a little bit, because we're not into smoking anymore, are we? We're not allowed to be smoking, promoting it in any way. Just going to trim off the bottom here ever so carefully with the seemingly bluntest knife I could find. There you go. That's pretty horrible how I've done that. So I'm going to shimmy that down. Fill the gap beautiful. What a beauty. She's a beauty. And the reason these offcuts are useful is you can sort of stick them in places like that to act as filler. So it's just, you know, coloured background. And we're just going to do that. Me and my menage our pats. Menage our pat. 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 It's like what's his name? Greg Mitchell. My wife's gonna kill me. Oh no. Oh, hello. Greg Mitchell here. How should we have her? I think it's a tricky one, isn't it? I'm just going to get myself a new blade sorted. Hang on. Ow! Too lazy to put a new scalpel blade in. That would make this nice and easy. But I think we're going to go for... this is a technical cut, and it's known as a diagonal. So we're going to go proper diagonal there. Oh yes, look at that. Tell you what, I am clearly a master craftsman here. So yeah, you're going to come up to me at play and you're going to do your best Frank Butcher impression. And the irony is he wasn't even a butcher. So anybody who's watched the show will know that. He wasn't a butcher at all. It's just his name. So whatever that means, make of it what you will. I do like this hand with a pint in it though. I do like the idea of slipping this cheeky hand with a pint in somewhere. We'll worry about that in a moment. I like this idea of doing these diagonal. But I don't want to waste too much of the pat goodness here. I think that'll work quite well. So we'll do that. We'll do a diagonal. So I'm hoping to obviously play some games this weekend, some arcade games, maybe a bit of the old Bubble Bobble. Can't resist a bit of the old Bubble Bobble. I do like Gauntlet, but I tell you what, it's getting harder to play that. My tolerance for it is weakening, so I don't know what that means. If I need to lay off it for a bit. I mean, do you have a game that you used to play a lot, but now it's like, no, can't be having that. Can't be having that bit of Gauntlet. So I'm just going to nip off the old body parts here. That sounds like a plot line, doesn't it, for EastEnders? What have you done to Pet? I've nipped off her body parts. I mean, I don't know if EastEnders is still going. I'm pretty sure it must be. And if it is, I suspect Pat Butcher could still be in it. When I was watching it, which was a long time ago, because I can't tolerate those now anymore, you had Dot Cotton in it. And her son, Nasty Nick, wasn't it? Nasty Nick Cotton. Those were some proper plot lines, I can tell you. They were not messing around in those days. I'm thinking maybe I could reconstruct some of Pat's body here so it would look... I think it would look freakish. Let's not do that right now. Okay, so we've got that going. Now we've got to choose a picture for the... Oh no. It's a nice one. This centre section. It's a very important section, and I think it's going to be this lovely one here. Oh no. Too much gunk. It's not going anywhere though. But that's good. You don't want it to go anywhere. You want it to live on in your hearts forever. Hearts and minds forever. Oh, it's a bit bumpy though. It's textured. It's giving her a realistic face texture actually. All those strings of bloody glue. Now we're down to the final strokes here really. We have to be careful. We have a Pat picture, but it's too big. Right, let's give it a go now. We're going to lock in our pieces. Boom. Boom. Yes. I think we're starting to... Actually, that's not bad as it is it? I'm not sure I need these filler bits. I know I glued that kind of bit in, but... Let's see what we can do. Maybe we can pop that out anyway. You know, easily. I think that works, to be honest with you. It has that kind of pinboard effect, you know, where it's like pinned on a pinboard. I think it would be nice though to kind of do something here in the bottom area. So I'm just going to get some random pieces here. That would, you know, that would be, slide that in there. Just be like that. That's all. Just like that. Tell you what, when I started out doing this, I didn't think it was going to take me time. I thought it was just going to be a little bit of a silly laugh, really. Something a bit cheeky to mess around with. However, it has taken me ages, actually, because I kind of felt like I needed to do it justice and actually have a bit of thought in some of the composition as I was going along. You know, you want to do right by Pam. So as I say, it's just taken again unexpectedly long. So what I've decided to do though is not use Scowling Pat Butcher, Scowling Pat Butcher, because I think it's a bit of a mean thing. So, but I'm going to include it, but just a tiny touch. You only get a teeny tiny touch of Scowling, and that's because most of it's going to be hidden. So I'm going to just, we're nearly there though. I mean, I'm quite pleased all in all. We are nearly there, and I'm just got a few messages from the Play Expo about the need for some computers, and I do have some computers, so I might be borrowing something. Let's see. Oh yes, Pat. Scowling Pat does whatever a scowl can be had. So if you were going to the expo, let's pretend you are, even if you're not. Bloody glue getting all over everything. What games would you be looking out for? Because it's all retro, old school, proper retro games. Do you have any favourites you have in mind? I was just getting a fresh back office card because I didn't really want the one with Smuckish all over it. At back office show. Don't need these anymore. People know how to find me. Back office show, back office show, does whatever a back office show does. Makes Pamps and Clement. Hang on. Oh, just need to focus a bit. Need to get that just right. Oh. Should we check the final thing again? Look out. Oh, it's all happening here. This is good. I reckon I could do this like for a magazine or something. Now, do we want to damage this original thing with a bit of glue? I think a little bit in the middle will be fine. I don't think it'll be, you know, too devalued because it's got such a lovely setting. I think that would be great because it's in a presentation quality. I know it was in an original condition, but I think now it's in a presentation set, like the Royal Mint, you know. You're never going to take it out of that presentation set because it's just done so perfectly. It's mint quality, this. And then, of course, the note of provenance. Hi, Dr. Armstrong. Once again, thank you very much for your purchase and payment. Hope you are pleased with your purchase. Best regards, Barry. And I was thinking about this. Wasn't Barry Pat's son in EastEnders? Wasn't that her? Was it Barry as her son? Is it actually being sold to me by Barry? Was the person who wrote this note actually Barry from the show, or was he having a little bit of a laugh? Do you know what I mean? Was he having a little bit of a knowing laugh to me, pretending he's Barry, her son? I think it was her son. I could be wrong. And just to show you, that's it. I had it digitally enhanced, cleaned up, and that's what it is. And I can't actually work out what it says. It says, like, obviously Pam St. Clement, but it says like, ah, good. mates. Our good mates. Perhaps, who knows? But of course the final touch to this, of course, is to put it into this rather grubby frame that I had some old certificates in. But I think that's, again, part of the charm, really. It's as if it's not about the money I put into it, because there wasn't really much apart from the cost of the autograph, but the effort, you know, the effort of this. And it's all glued. This is real deal, this is. It's all going to go into the old frame. Oh, yeah. Push the old tangs back. That's fine there. Don't know what happened to the one down there. Might have to... I'll work something out. Don't worry, it's not falling out. Oh my life, that looks amazing. Oh, look at that. I'll try to turn off the lights. Shit in hell. That looks amazing. Oh my god, I didn't want to make something amazing. I just wanted it to be corny, but that is actually... Oh shit. Pardon my French, that's really rude of me, but this looks like something that you could just put on the wall. It looks totally legit. No one's going to take the piss out of this for having this, because it actually, it's good. Dang it, I made something good. That's not on form, is it? That is not good. Wow, hey, look at that. And it's shining, it's gleaming. My gosh, that's amazing. A thing of beauty. Oh, wow. Okay, guys. See you on the weekend at the Play Expo Manchester. And as ever, thank you for watching. Yeah, hot glued to perfection. And let's not, you know, skimp on the detail here. 2019 Dr. A at back office. Back office show. Brilliant. Pat!